say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give them something to talk about. Something to talk. Let's give them something to talk about. Yeah. Something to talk.
Well, hello there. You're welcome. This is The Secret Lives of Adults. My name's Animwaa, Addo, and this joker right there.
Joker. I'm the most serious man in this room.
The most serious man in this room
is Kojo Yankson.
Is Kojo Yankson. Catch him on the Super Morning Show. Anyways, a big thank you to Oak Plaza Hotels in Accra and Kumasi. A big thank you to Comfort Productions, and a big thank you to Black ID for Kojo's
beautiful thing
outfit. So, what are we talking about today?
Let's talk about the things we wish we knew before we got married. That's something we can both speak to.
Yes.
Intelligently. Some more intelligently.
Can you not do that? I knew you were going to do that.
Wow. That is true. It's true. Anyway. That's not the point at all. I think the point is that coming out on the other side, we learn lessons.
Yes.
And so we want to share.
Yeah. But then also, I think even people who are married will be able to answer this question because, you know, there are things you don't know until you get married. Number one for me is I didn't know I would be bored.
What do you mean?
So, you know, pre-marriage, there's a lot of hoping, a lot of excitement, a lot of, you know, all the years or the months leading up to being married are filled with excitement for this new life, you know, and all of that. So the dopamine levels or whatever, they're high. You know, there's a lot of, and every time you're able to go through a certain process, there's excitement. You know, we've gone through counseling. Wow, we're engaged. Wow, the wedding is coming up. Sorry, it's a Coke. There's excitement. Then you get married. Excitement maybe for the first few weeks. You're always with this person. And then what? You know what I mean? There's almost that, okay, and then what feeling? Because you've become so used to having a certain level of excitement in the relationship because it's been leading up to marriage. But now you're married. Now you get into a routine. Now it's not as exciting anymore because something that was so extraordinary has become ordinary. So then you're bored. You know, you can be bored with life, bored with the monotony, bored with the sameness of the relationship and the person. And I think if you don't know that that's going to come, it can take you by surprise.
Yeah. I think I see it. I get what you're saying. The routine can be deathly boring, and not expecting it can be it can create a big culture shock. And it matches something I read.
Okay.
I don't remember who the expert was. It was probably someone like Jordan Peterson or someone.
Okay.
Who said that the entire point of a relationship is to have things to look forward to.
Yeah.
That's the entire point of it. And the minute you no longer have things to look forward to, you no longer have a relationship.
Yeah.
And I could see what he meant.
I see.
You know, so it doesn't matter what it is. Maybe it's the holiday you're going to take together, or the weekend you're going to travel together, or the big party that's coming, or the big birthday that's coming up. Or maybe you're at work and you're looking forward to getting home.
To be with this person. So that you watch a movie
together, or, you know, catch up on something you recorded on. We don't do that anymore now, Netflix and all that.
And
so
all
you
those
stream,
things,
right?
yeah.
So to, you know, go and stream your favorite show or whatever. So those are the things that make up a relationship. Having something to look forward to. Okay? And sometimes you even switch it up by giving them something they were not expecting.
Yeah, and you're looking forward to their reaction, you know, to getting what they weren't expecting. Yeah,
exactly. And he explains that is fundamentally what a relationship is. So that the minute you no longer have that, your relationship dies. And it explains why long distance relationships don't work.
Yeah.
because there's very little to look forward to.
I mean, there's a nightly phone calls. There's
But you can see how that will become monotonous, and it's no longer something to look forward to.
Unless you're doing back and forth a lot, so you're seeing each other maybe every other weekend, so you have something to look forward to when you see them. But the really long
so
time.
if the
in
back
between.
and forth is a lot, you almost don't even see it as a long distance relationship because you see them every weekend. So it doesn't feel like a long distance. In fact, most relationships, until you get married, it's kind of like you see each other every weekend anyway.
Do you know something? This thing that you said just made me realize something. And I think that is something that maybe men should pay attention to. Men who don't like to plan things, who, say, don't plan my birthday, don't plan this, I don't know. It's one of the surest ways you can kill a woman's love for you, not giving her anything to look forward to. And I didn't know this was a thing, except that I felt it. And so when you said it, it resonated with me, because I think one of my most previous recent whatever relationships, the thing that actually really helped me to get over this person was the fact that there was nothing to look forward to, because you couldn't plan anything. You couldn't plan a holiday. You couldn't plan a weekend away. You couldn't plan a birthday. And nothing. Everything was just blah, So then that's the death, truly, of a relationship. But I feel like men like to do that, maybe because they don't want to commit to. I don't want to commit that in 2 weeks I'll do this. I don't want to commit. What you're actually doing is you are committing to the end of the relationship. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that was just by the way.
Get that. And I think men do it, but I also think women do it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if men do it more, but I certainly know that women do it too, even in smaller ways, but perhaps more often. Little things like, where should we go for dinner? I don't know.
We've had that conversation.
Yeah, it's true,
bro.
but it immediately kills the excitement.
Oh, it does? Okay.
If you have no clue where you want to go, you're obviously not that excited about going.
I would
Right?
go anywhere
Because we
with
see how you
though.
are when you are excited about something. You're quite definite. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to wear. These shoes. I want these shoes.
So,
I want this dress.
let me ask you something. When you ask me where do you want to go to dinner, and I say I don't want to go out, I'd rather just get takeout and cuddle in bed with you and watch a movie. Is that
definite.
the same?
That's definite.
So
That's
for
what
you,
want.
it's the definite. You want the definite.
Show me what you're excited about.
I'm excited about you, babe. Wow. Okay, never mind. I'll find somebody else to tell that to.
No, but you get the point. So it's the same principle, but maybe on a micro level. Okay, but the effect is the same. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. Okay, so if you do it 1,000 times, it will still fast forward the end of the relationship because there's nothing to look forward to.
Nothing to look forward to.
Yeah.
I love that.
But,
there's something that I want to say.
Okay.
I know the topic is the things we didn't know before we got married. I can't wait to look at somebody's son's face one day and say, I didn't know before I married you that I would love you even more today than I did when I first met. Okay, now that I've said it.
Now that you've expressed your love for a hypothetical human
I
being,
know, right?
you feel better?
Who doesn't exist?
Okay. All right. Let's proceed.
Women are mad. Wow.
Let me think. What is this, a thing that I wish I had known before I got married? I didn't know that she would change.
Oh.
Yeah.
The same way I didn't know that he wouldn't change. Because that's something we hear all the time, that men think that women won't change and women think men will change.
Yeah. In fact, men choose women with the hope that they won't change. So when I see you and I like you, whatever I like is is exactly what you already have. It's not some perceived delusional image of you.
Wow.
It's not some projection of you or some, oh, if only she was like this. It's whatever I saw that I like, that's what I like. But the truth is that women are forever evolving, and so whatever you liked about her today, there is a great chance that a year from now, she won't be that person. Or she won't want or like to be that person, And it comes as a disappointment.
It does,
to many men. I married this woman who absolutely loved, to tell me about her day, or love to whatever it is that you like about her. And then a year from now, she's like, that's so 2024 me. Now I'm on a different level. I'm evolving. I no longer like to talk about this.
I think that when we're going to get married, it would be good to do a list, a promise me you won't change these things.
Oh God, is it realistic?
It's not realistic, but I think it gives you a reference point so that you don't stray too far. Because if really the truth is men are marrying a woman hoping she won't change, it will help me if I know the things about me that you hope won't change, so that as much as I do change, I try to not steer too far, or I evolve but still try to keep these things as a sacred part of our relationship.
Would it not be safer for him to just tell you the things he likes about you?
No, I just said a list because it would be nice, if I wrote it down and it was somewhere safe, then I could always kind of come back to it and
I don't see why you can't do that. But what I'm saying is, instead of me telling you that I don't want you to change these things, which sounds like I'm kind of restricting your growth,
I wouldn't see it like that,
whatever,
but okay.
Or instead of you asking me, tell me the things you don't want me to change, right? Which again would put me in the frame of mind of I'm now prescribing the limits of
Tell
your
me the
growth.
things you like about
Tell
me.
me what you like about. Tell me why you like me, or what the things you like about me are. Then you could, do your mathematics from that, and it's okay. He likes it when I do this, so this is what he wants me to do. And we're given this example earlier when you said it should be simple, like your man likes banku.
He should just...
So just give him the banku. But I then asked you, then until you discover fufu. And you see, if you bring that into reality, it does actually happen a lot in relationships. You know that your man likes to go on holiday to Senchi. That's where he took you for your first date. So every year, he wants to take you there for your anniversary. You are sick and tired of Senchi. You are tired of it. You've discovered Safari Valley. But this man is always taking you to Senchi. Eventually, you start resenting Senchi. Meanwhile, that's where you fell in love. But it suddenly becomes the thing you hate. Because it's the same all the goddamn time.
You see, so I think that this is where we should be a bit emotionally intelligent, and let's do Senchi on the anniversary, and then let's do Safari Valley in 4 or 5 months. So we're keeping the old and we're adding the new.
You will still roll your eyes when your anniversary comes and you are going back to bloody Senchi.
Not necessarily, I don't think.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
I'm sure you don't. I think that there are people who are watching who will relate to this. That traditions become dull, they become boring. But men are always hoping that their woman will not change, which is why they keep sticking to these traditions. They keep doing the same old things, hoping that it will somehow bring back the old woman. Old in quotes here, right? Yeah. It will bring back the one they fell in love with, because the one they are with today is such a departure from the one they fell in love with. So they are trying to recapture a bit of that. So they keep going back to the old traditions. They'll take you back to the same place they went for lunch. They'll buy you the same gift they bought you, 20 years ago and all of that. Just trying to relive something that is gone.
I think if women knew that, maybe we would be more graceful. I don't think we knew that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that men do that as an attempt. We see it as you're just being lazy. You don't want to be creative. You don't want to do new, exciting things. But if we actually really understood that it's your way of connecting with the person in us that you fell in love with, I think maybe we would value it more. Because the truth is, women do change a lot, I remember when I had my daughter, I changed. I'd suddenly gone from, at 24, I'd been with my husband for about 4 years before that, dating, and then we got married. So I'd suddenly gone from this, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old carefree, idealistic person to, a 25-year-old mom. And suddenly my daughter was the center of my world. I can imagine now how he felt then, because he didn't exist for me anymore, while she was a baby. And then I had a second child, and then now I've moved from being wife to being mom. And, and the thing that maybe we're not gracious enough with, maybe as husbands, it's also how difficult some of these changes for women are, going from being a wife and a lover, to being a mom and having breast milk and a prolapsed uterus and a body that's not quite the same, to having these demands of raising the kids and still trying to be your girlfriend and all of that. So, I think that there's another point for me, something I wish I knew before I got married, is how important it would be to have constant conversations about the changes that we're going through and always trying to stay connected. And most important, the one thing I wish that I really knew before I get married is to keep my husband my first love, my priority, even when the children came. Because with me, I switched to being a mom, But I think if you know that this is coming, I'm going to be a mom, I'm going to fall in love with this little human being in a way I've never fallen in love with. But if I put all my energy into them, I will lose my marriage to a certain degree. I will lose my husband to a certain degree. Then you're prepared for it. When this overflow of love hits you, to know that, this is us first and then our child, as opposed to our child. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. One other thing I wish I'd known before I got married is how much extra effort it would take to remain attracted to my wife. Right? Because we've talked about how changes happen, right? And some of those changes are physical. Even without the obvious one of childbirth, which changes, the woman's body in a way that is very hard to revert or return from. There are also changes that come just from the fact that you are no longer trying to attract a life mate, because you've got him. He's there. After election, no campaign. So, you are just not bothered. You don't
I made
really
that mistake too. I don't think I would make it again.
Yeah, you don't care what you eat. You don't care. What it means is that now your husband has to create delusions in his mind to find you attractive.
It's not even I don't care what I eat, Kojo. It's like you haven't bathed the whole day. You have a scarf on your head the whole damn day. For like a week and a half, he has not seen you in decent clothes. You're wearing grandmother panties. You're not doing the lingerie and the striptease. Like, you're not doing, like, I have packed, I've retired, I am done.
Thank you.
So you're not giving him anything. I think, okay, maybe I'm not watching, maybe I'm putting on weight. I think those things, ups and downs in lives, they happen. But the efforts, especially the familiarity. You wake up in the morning and you don't brush your teeth. You're just talking to him the whole day with bad breath.
Yeah.
Because you're so familiar. He's your person. He's pooping and you're bathing. And these things ruin the attraction.
I dated this girl once, and I think for me that was maybe my very last time dating someone that is like an Instagram model. Never again.
Okay.
This girl is hot. She got the figure that I like. Bum for days. Boobs, pretty face, everything. This girl is. But how did I know all this? It's because I saw her pictures on Instagram. When I met her, it was still the same hot person, same body, same everything. But after she became comfortable with me, like, I would come to her house and this girl, she's got some weird gelatinous goo on her face because Wapun Juma. She smells of Kobe because she was cooking in the kitchen and she didn't bother to freshen up because I was coming or anything. She's wearing something that looks like it was made from jute sack before it was chewed in the compactor, before cats pooped on it, before she picked it up and wore it. So it's just covered in stains and wrinkles and snot and right. And it was such a, I was thinking, how can you clad such hotness in filth?
Oh, that's dramatic.
And it turned me off. So even what was beneath, even during sex, look what I have to take off to get to, what is beneath. By the time I get there, I'm turned off. You know, and this was an extreme example, but you can see how it happens to different levels in almost every relationship. That whatever is beautiful becomes hidden, obscured by the evidence of life.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever it is, you come from work, you're tired, you know, your hair is just messed up, whatever. The evidence of life obscures whatever it is you were using to advertise yourself in the past. So he can't see it. He has to make things up in order to be aroused by you. Like, do women realize that? That sometimes your man has to invent things just to find you attractive. So if a man is doing that and still remains faithful, Charlie, can you give him some props?
Yes,
for
definitely.
that?
Definitely.
Right? Because it's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not easy. The person he finds attractive is not there anymore.
At all. No effort.
It's not there.
No effort.
He's been replaced by her grandmother.
Or something.
Yeah.
Or
right?
the kinky seller.
Charlie.
The house girl. Like, it's just not working.
In some way.
And you come, you know, he's coming home and you smell of things and you have a bath.
And do you know what is even more painful? When you are going to work, you make an effort.
Yeah, but when he's...
Right? But when you are around him...
You don't.
It kills something.
It does.
It kills something in him.
It's like, I'm not important
He's
enough
not the
for you
object,
to...
Yes, he's not the
of
object
your desire
of your effort.
and your... Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. You know?
I love that you're talking about it, because I think it's one of the most important things that we should be very mindful of.
I wish I had known this before. Because if I had known, like, I could have prepped my mind for it. I could have expected it. Look, I think the success of marriages will go up exponentially if we can make people expect more of its downsides before they go
into it,
right?
And also let people know that the fact that you're married doesn't mean that, like, that's it. How do you expect fidelity from somebody who you're not making an effort to keep faithful? Because, you know, a lot of these things, we've become entitled to it. I think that, for example, women have become very entitled to fidelity. I think fidelity should be given. I believe that a man should be faithful. But you can't feel so entitled to it that, you know, you're not going to, you know, have sex with him. You're not going to change the styles. You're not going to make the bedroom exciting. You're not going to dress up and all that. But you expect him to be faithful. What you're doing is you're expecting him to die, to lose his mojo, his vim. Because men are sex-driven. Sex is motivation, you know, for men. So if me as your wife, I am not making you... I should be able to send you, you know, videos of my vagina in the middle of the day when you're in the office, so that you're confused for like 3 hours before you come home. And then you come home and I'm not home. Jesus, you are driving all over Accra looking for me. You know, every so often, I wish I knew that, you know, let's do that. Like, go crazy for this person. And that's why in one of our episodes, I was talking about when you were talking about the butterflies dying. I think this is also what I meant. There's so many things that if we know, and you say, you're my person. Like, Kojo, you know, you're my person. I love you. I'm committed that this love, it will not die. And I do everything that I can. I do the banku because I know you like banku. I do the hair. I'm changing the hair. I'm changing the clothes. I'm tying my stomach. I'm wearing high heels. My stepmom, she's 74. Right up until when my dad died, when you go there to their house, she's wearing hot pants, like jean shorts, hot. At that time, she was 71. Jean shorts, hot pants with like a little tank top and a little cardigan and like her little high heel, you know, palm shoe. And my dad used to call her Auntie Liz. Because when she's coming, you know, it's like, okay, Auntie Liz, like, what's up? And it was the effort, you know. You may have seen me 1,000 times. But every time you see me, at the very least, you know, feel a little... If women would do that, you know, if women would do that.
And I think there's a version of it for men as well.
Of course, yeah.
Because whatever it is that you were doing, the attention you were giving her, the effort you were making, the showmanship.
The noticing.
The things you were doing that made her just so obsessed with you. I mean, if you stop them, how do you expect her to still remain obsessed?
Let's stop feeling entitled to love.
You are not entitled to any of it.
No, you're not.
You know, it's something you earned. So keep earning it.
Yes. Alrighties?
All right.
Okay. We'll see you guys later. Don't forget to share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.
Love y'all.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4.